Imagine speaking English easily, flowing from one word to the next, without pausing every 2 seconds. Wait, what is that tense, the past perfect? You don't need grammar books, and you don't need complicated theories. You just need one thing, which is practice real English every single day. Hello you guys, welcome back to another new video. I hope that you are doing well and good. If you don't know me, my name is Ines, and what I do in this channel, English for a Better Life, is to help you speak English fluently and easily and to be very comfortable with it. And so as you have seen on the title of today's video is that I'm going to help you to know what is the fastest way to improve your English speaking skills without any grammar needed. I once did this video and you guys really liked it, and also just to tell you that I didn't learn English like just by learning it by grammar and something, but I just acquire it. And today I'm going to share with you some tips that are really going to help you. But before starting, don't forget to subscribe into our channel so that you become a member of our family, of course. And also, if you will like this video, give me a thumbs up because it means everything for me, and thank you so much. And let's start. First step, which is listen first, speak immediately. Or as you know, guys, the best way for me to improve your English skills, especially your English speaking skills, is to watch movies, to listen to the podcasts, and there are a lot of also people telling me that they feel that sometimes they are not understanding what the characters are saying in the movie. For instance, you can, if you are a beginner and you feel that movies or series are too much for you, you can start by animes. If you start by animes, you're going to notice that it is dedicated to kids and children, and so this is the reason why their language is going to be very, very easy and very understandable. So this is why I really encourage you to choose one anime. Maybe for you it's nothing, but I know a lot of people who have learned by this way, by animes, so I just really advise you to do so. But if you're not a beginner anymore, if you're understanding me right now without subtitles, that means your level is around B1 to B2. And right here, you can start by listening and watching to the movies. And I always advise you to watch videos that are really interesting for you and that it is like you really love it, you know? So, for example, I always choose some movies that I just really like. So, for example, Home Alone or Forrest Gump, or maybe some motivational speeches. By the way, you guys, just a short story. One of the things that really helped me is listening, because I remember that when I was going to the college, you know, I was specialized on English, and so the thing that really helped me, because my house was really far from my college, I was doing headphones on my hair and my ears, and I was listening to motivational speeches, and every single day it was motivating me, first of all, and secondly, it was really helpful to acquire a lot of vocabulary, a lot of expressions that I didn't know, and fluency too. But the thing is that when I was listening actively, I was repeating everything that seems really interesting for me, or some expressions that I discovered. I just really liked to repeat them out loud. And so this is my tip for you, and my advice for you is to repeat out loud. If you watch something really interesting, you can note the words down, but I wasn't noting or writing anything because, you know, I was on the transport and I didn't have any time to do that. But I sometimes was listening to some expressions that were really interesting for me, and when I get back home, I obviously just repeated them over and over, and I was using them into my daily vocabulary. So this is why it's listening and then speaking. Speaking not in your head, trying to practice not in your head, and repeating out loud. Please, you have to repeat out loud. So this is the way how you are going to train your brain to think and speak like a native speaker. Because I have, you guys, most of the comments are, I understand you, but when I go to speak, like I translate from, for instance, from Arabic to English, I can't translate in my head, or I can't like think in English. And so this is one of the ways and one of the tips that is really going to be helpful for you in order to just think in English, you know, to speak and think in English. And something also that is really interesting while you're watching, especially to a movie, is that you can also not just repeat just like that, you can also focus on the tone, on the rhythm, something emotional. You can be the actor of your own, you know, part. So this is something also really good. If you didn't watch the last video, you can watch it. I've talked about this thing about the tones because especially American people, they have different tones and they speak with different rhythms. And so this is why for me, it's really good to watch and listen to real native speaker, how they react, how they speak, what are their rhythms and their tones and everything. Yeah. Chunk phrases and not single words. Okay, something that you need to know is that native speakers don't use word by word, but they use chunks. Chunks are phrases, okay? So I think that when you are going to listen a lot, you're going to be used to learn by chunks. So let me give you an example. Instead of, for example, instead of saying or learning just the word amazing, you can learn it in chunks. So, for example, you're going to say, it's amazing, or that's amazing, or it's an amazing job, or you did an amazing job, or there are a lot of expressions. It was an amazing experience. So did you see? You can learn by chunks, and I really advise you to learn by chunks, because this is also a way how you are going to let the thinking and translating into your head and use more those expressions and chunks. Okay, so the step 3, which is the most powerful one, is to speak with yourself. Yes, really. So I think that a lot of you are just ashamed to speak with themselves. There is no shame, okay? And just let me tell you that I've learned like 80% of speaking English just by myself. I was sitting or doing cleaning or cooking or, you know, doing anything, and I just find myself somehow speaking in English. And so, yeah, you're not crazy, but you are trying to train yourself to speak in English. And I always tell my students that they need to push themselves and to do the first step. There is no magical recipe to like speak in English or do something, but the most important thing to speak English is to push yourself and to do the first step. And you don't have to worry about mistakes or about anything. We are all learning, and obviously sometimes or all of the time, I do a lot of mistakes and you're correcting me in the comments, and I'm taking them as notes, and then I'm practicing them. You know, if you don't do mistakes, you're never going to learn. So try your best to describe what you're doing during the day. It's a really magical thing to try to describe, because right here you're going to see what are the words and expressions that you know about them before, and what are the words and the vocabulary that you didn't know before. And so when you're pushing yourself to describe what you're doing currently or what you did during or throughout the day, you're going to ask yourself, like, how do we say this expression? I don't know it. And obviously I was just going to Google Translation and see how can we say that word or that expression. But be careful with the context, because sometimes, not sometimes, but a lot of the words in English have different, like just one word have different contexts. So you need to be sure that you can say it in this context. So for me, if you want to say something and you didn't know how to say it, you can write the whole sentence in Google Translation, not just one word, because one word have a lot of meanings, and we can use them in a lot of contexts. So use the whole sentence that you want to say, and then repeat it and say it out loud again. And you know what? By the time it becomes a habit, really, it becomes a habit. So for me, I've been doing this, I think, for over 6 to 7 years now. Wow, it's just crazy. But yeah, so for example, when I was setting up the camera and all of behind the scenes, I was speaking with myself in English. I was just like preparing myself to do an English video. So I was like, oh, no, I didn't connect the camera with the microphone. Okay, I need to see the script another time or something like that. But I found myself, I wasn't, this was not my intention, but I found myself a lot of times speaking in English. So when it becomes a habit, you just win everything. And so the final step, which is the fourth step, you need a speaking partner, or at least a speaking app, an application. So why am I telling you this? Because practicing is really important. And yes, you can, if you want for free, you can speak by yourself, record yourself in front of the camera. There are a lot of ways. Please, if you didn't watch any of my videos, I did hundreds of videos about how you can speak in English, how you can register yourself and everything. So you can watch all of my playlist right here. But for now, just to tell you that I think, for my own experience and my opinion, is that it's really good when you have a speaking partner, because you can advance more quickly than just by yourself. Because I'm telling you that I've been doing this for many years, like 6 to 7 years, so it took a lot of time. And I think that if you are with a speaking partner, instead of just, instead of advancing for years, maybe that one single year, you're going to learn some things that maybe you by yourself you couldn't learn, maybe just on 3 years. So this is one advice really important for you guys if you want to advance quickly. And I know that some of you want to go so quick. You need to be patient, but to have a speaking partner, it is really important. And of course, for that, we have our school, Languages for a Better Life. If you don't know and you want to know more about our school, I have this video too, where I explained all of the details. But yeah, you can absolutely register into our school. It's an English school currently. And we have some professors right now. I have two teachers who is going to help you speak English. It is going to be like your partner. She is going to follow your goals based on your goals and your level. She's going to help you to advance really, really quickly, and especially in your English speaking skills. And yeah, if you want to register, you can contact us on this email, or also you can contact us by WhatsApp, or you can directly register into our website, and we will welcome you, and you will be a part of our school, which is really amazing. We have students from the entire world: Canada, France, Belgium, Morocco, like we have from around the world. And just to tell you that the prices are very, very interesting for people who live, for example, in Europe or Canada, United States. This, for the people who live in those developed countries, the price is going to be very, very interesting for you. So don't miss this opportunity to have a partner to speak with. And also, we have a lot of advantage once you register into our school. We have a group WhatsApp where you can speak with and practice with the other students of the school and many other things. To finish, I just wanted to tell you that no one ever became fluent in English by just learning from grammar books. Yes, if your method is learning by grammar books, this is really good, but you should know that if your aim is to achieve fluency, you need to practice a lot. For me, the solution is to practice English a lot, messing up and do a lot of mistakes, not worrying about them and laughing about them, about the mistakes, and then speaking some more. Because right here, we are not seeking for perfection, we're just seeking for progression, right? Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it was helpful for you. Please, if you are a new member to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and to give me a thumbs up, so that you become a part of our family, of course. And don't forget to share this video with everyone who is searching to learn English. It can be really helpful for him or for her. And also, let me a kind comment right here. I'm going to read them right now, and I'm going to say see you the next video, inshallah. Bye.